Tonight, on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, singer-songwriter Selina Albright is returning to our platform. The angelic tones of Selina Albright are known for her elaborate vocal arrangements, as well as her powerful multi-octave delivery, purposed to pierce the soul and command attention. Albright's creative influences include Ella Fitzgerald, Minnie Riperton, Stevie Wonder, Beyoncé, Mariah Carey, and more. Rising on smooth jazz and R&B charts from the US to the UK, Albright has a number of notable collaborative projects and vocal features across many genres, with iconic artists such as Gerald Albright, Peter White, Rick Braun, Lynn Roundtree, Jonathan Butler, and the list keeps on going. Join us tonight as we chat with Selina Albright and premiere her latest release, Dishonest Smiles, on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. Hello, everybody. Hey, and welcome to another edition of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. So happy to have you here. I'm smiling because I got a super duper uber, oh my God, guest tonight. I'm trying not to cry because Selina's here. Looky.
I'm over here cracking up. I wish I had a tissue box I could pass through. Just pass through the camera to you digitally.
God.
I'm so glad to be here.
Happy to have you. You just do not, girl. Look, I don't cry for many people.
Oh,
Only for Selina Albright. You guys, I am so serious. This woman right here, the last time she was here, she had me crying when she was here. She's got me crying when she comes back. But Selina Albright is just that special kind of person. And I just love having. How many times? Okay, so is this the fifth, fourth?
I think it's been at least 5 releases that you supported me on with your platform, and your platform has continued to grow. So I'm really excited that I get to be here tonight. We already got people watching too, which I'm excited about. I'm like, yes. So
I know.
Yeah, it's really good to be here. You know, I have a whole bunch more hormones than usual in my body, and you're gonna start crying in the first 2 minutes of this broadcast.
Was it even 2 minutes, Selina? I don't even know.
It was 30 seconds, but I was trying to give you some credit because it's all good though. I'm so glad to see you.
Oh my God. It's been a while. Yeah. And every time you come back, there's something new. You know, it's always good. It's always great. And it's warm. And I have had several people. I mean, I think I've probably interviewed over 300 people to date.
I'm not surprised.
You know,
you're a great interviewer. You're a great interviewer. Like, people will come back for a person who does their homework, does good promo, you know, has their stuff together, is constantly, you know, driven and moving forward and doing new things, and who makes you feel comfortable, because I've had very uncomfortable interviews at times.
Have you?
And they'll ask you all kinds of questions that they don't really need to know, and they didn't prepare you for, and then they just drop it on you like, okay, now I gotta, you know, do fancy footwork and figure out how to tactfully respond and let this person know they're in the wrong in the same phrase. Yeah. But I never had to do that with you. So I'm sure that's why people keep coming back, and people keep referring their friends who are also creatives to come to you. So we're not gonna cry the whole time, y'all. I promise. We're not gonna cry the whole time.
I can't promise that. I can't promise that. I love our relationship. I love that, you know, there's this spontaneous thing that happens when we are in a room, you know,
That's a rarity, Selena. That's a rarity.
Really?
It is because everybody doesn't
I
bring
thought it was just
out.
me. I thought it was just me that was rare for, because I
Yeah,
know myself. I don't really
yeah.
get spontaneous with a lot of people. Although I
Well,
love being spontaneous, I can't do that with everybody.
but the thing is, because of the way you write, which we're going to, I want to talk a little bit about that tonight too. The way you
Okay.
write, the things you write about, there's so much depth, right? And it's about
Mm,
life. And it's deeper because I've had a lot of artists who say, "Oh, I write about life and love." But you go on a whole other tilt with your writing. Transparency is that tilt. And
yeah.
I think that's why I was in tears the last time. I don't intend to snort and snot because I have no tissue. Last
You
time
should
I
get
had
the
a bunch of.
tissue just in case. You sure you don't want to pause for like
You
30 seconds,
know,
grab tissue
hello,
and
well,
come
I'll get a
back?
break. I'll get a break.
Just saying. No, just messing.
Yeah, I'll get a break, and I may
Because
just
like
grab.
doing this in your shirt's probably not going to be that cute.
And I don't have a sleeve, as you can see, so
Oh
I
Lord.
can't see. So I'm
Yeah, you
really
gotta use the
scared.
collar. It's all
Mm,
good. Like if it happens,
it
then
just happened.
people who are watching would just cry with us, because chances are with this song they can relate, whether it's a man or a woman. So, because
I
people are
love
wearing
it
all
too.
kinds of hats they're not used to,
And that
lately.
is so true. That is so well,
Hmm.
I do want to, if it's okay, because we kind of talked about you did a transition in moving. Is that okay to kind of
Oh yeah,
share? Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's
you were in
fine.
Texas, right? At one point.
We were in Texas. Hmm. And
Now,
then God, yeah, we live in Colorado now. God told us we needed to move. And we're very spirit driven, spirit led.
yes,
And
you
we're
are.
like, wait, I thought you told us we were going to move here. So he has an end all be all place I won't disclose that we're supposed to end up
Sure.
at. But we put our house on the market,
Wow.
and we knew God was in it because we got over asking and it was sold in 2.5 days.
What?
And in our neighborhood, we were pretty remote where we lived.
Yeah.
Um, and we for us to sell the house, I know the house market, it's a seller's market and it's booming and there's not a lot of inventory, but we were planning to stay in that house for at least 4 years.
Oh,
The market would have crashed by then. So we had only been in the house 2.5-ish years.
yeah.
And that thing, daggone it, it sold in 2.5 days, and we had to hurry up and catch up to life, which is typically what being spirit led feels like.
Yep.
God's like, okay, move. And then you've got to be
Yep.
like, okay, we have a kid now. I'm pregnant. We need boxes. We need tape. We need all these things. But we hadn't even told our
Um,
families.
oh,
We
wow.
didn't tell them until a month and a half before we arrived. That's how
So,
fast everything happened. The
wow.
closing was quick.
Yeah.
And well, we it wasn't 100% smooth, but there was always some sort of recovery or rescue. So
Yeah.
we knew it was all God. And the move, we drove up here in that ice storm that happened February 3rd, I think it was, or February 5th, one of the 2 days.
Wow. Yeah.
And ice storms coming out of Texas and going through Oklahoma are not cool. I had the toddler in the background. One of my friends, good friend, was on the passenger side, and it was a 21-hour drive in
What?
the snow with only
Oh,
3 hours of clear roads. We were creeping, we were fishtailing. We had the Penske truck behind us because, as of our move to Texas, we don't trust movers to take our stuff anymore. It didn't work. And
oh,
when I tell you it was an adventure,
yeah.
then I don't eat fast food typically. So I was safe and ate like mild things and things I brought with me because I'm
Mhm.
pregnant and I know I
Yeah.
can't hold anything. My husband and our two friends all ate the same burger. So then you add the snowstorm to food poisoning. And it was just an interesting trip. I hate to put them all on blast. I won't mention any names. And Josh is okay. He tells the story too. But yeah, we're in Colorado. We're about 2 exits away from my parents. We can have date nights now, even during the pandemic. We can
I
go out
love
without the
it.
baby.
Yeah.
And so it's been just really cool to transition into not having anybody to, hey, we're right in the middle of the family hub.
Oh my.
So, I could go up the street, visit my sister in law, you know, and I can go like, because I have a really cool sister-in-law and she works at
Oh,
Starbucks, and I go there, she makes the best concoctions for me, and she's like, go ahead, just sneak out, you're good. She'll send me with the gifts and I'll show up with
oh.
gifts for her kids, and like it's cool,
That's family.
you
That's
know?
real family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need it. You probably will need that this time around, Selena.
At least at first. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the transition into having two kids, which is only shoot less than 2 months away.
Yeah.
The reality that's less than 2 months away is I feel like we're ready for that because we've been through the pandemic with our first kid.
Right.
We became parents at the onset when no help with like literally
That's
flights were booked.
that's right. Yeah.
Flights were booked and our family was supposed to come out, help with meal planning, all this stuff. And I'm a week away from giving birth and feet are swollen, hands are achy, and I'm meal planning with my husband and we're chopping up onions and celery.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
oh my God, we're doing everything ourselves. All the flights had to be canceled because we
Of
didn't know.
course. Of
And
course.
so being a parent under those circumstances and having to
Yeah.
protect ourselves and our kid,
Sure.
then we had the following year, Gavin wasn't even a year yet. We had the ice storm and the power outage in Texas. We still, were able to parent through that. So I feel like we've been through some of the worst situations and figured them out as a team because me and my husband, we talk through things, we communicate. So adding an extra kid to that, I don't know what it's going to feel like, but it might not feel like much of a difference, with the exception of the
Oh
loss of
my
sleep.
God.
Because I think about what we've
Wow.
accomplished, and I'm just like, did we really? How did we do that? How did we survive?
Grace. That's grace. I've been told by a mother of 6 that God gives you grace for every child. And I
Well,
said,
I'm glad.
wow, okay. I'd never heard it put like that because my
Mhm.
question was, you've got 6 kids? Yes, God gave me grace for every last one of them, you know? And
Yeah,
so I'll just, I don't have kids. I have nieces and nephews and things like that, but I'll
yeah.
just give you that and just share. You'll do fine because he'll give you grace for that baby
Well,
girl
thank
you
you for
got
that.
coming. Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
people go like through the transition from one kid to two, and
Yeah.
usually it's chaotic at first, and they're trying to figure it out, and then. But we've talked to so many of them that now we kind of know what to expect, and so
Yeah.
we've talked through it and figured out some game plans for potential situations that we'll be in, and we that gives us peace. Planning ahead really gives us lots of peace.
Of
We're
course it
That's just
does.
how we are.
And
Type
and
A's.
and so your parents, they're close
Yes. They're
in
two
that
exits
awkward.
away. It takes 10
Oh,
minutes to get there. And then with my sorry, I saw something flash. It was from outside. Um, and then my husband's family, they live about 15 minutes away. So
see, yeah,
either somebody could come here, watch the babies, let me shower, nap, whatever I need to do and feel human, or we'll drop off the babies and then just come back home and sleep or go on a date or whatever we need to do to
I
feel
love it.
like
I love it.
our old spontaneous selves again. But
That
we've
is,
redefined our marriage like 5 times during the pandemic.
see,
We had to.
and I believe the grand scheme of things is really going to show itself soon, um, as to why, out of all places,
Mhm.
Colorado. I wouldn't have. I don't know, but your parent, like I said, your parents are there, so that's a reason.
Yeah.
But
Well, we lived here before,
I didn't know
you
that.
know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It
that.
was from 2005 when my parents first moved here. Like me and my brother moved with them. My brother was
Got
15 at the time, and I don't remember how old I was. Like
yeah, yeah.
we're 8 years apart. I can't do the math right now. All of my brain power is in my uterus. So
So
please excuse
we're
all
23.
inability to do math or critical thinking right now.
It's okay.
It's
Oh
all
god.
going away. It's all like, see how my hand is blurred?
Ooh,
That's what my
yeah.
brain sometimes feels. Either way.
Yeah.
So we came out here in 2005 and we lived here until 2016. So it was
Got
11 years
yep.
that we were, building our network. So now we're back into it again with the family and the friends
Right.
and stuff like that that we missed while we were away, and some that we didn't quite miss. But I'm just kidding.
Ah,
No. We're not.
you're no
We're,
evil.
I know. I'm so bad.
It's
It's just my
okay.
uterus talking.
Oh, it's
But
okay.
yeah,
It's
but
okay.
yeah, it's really been cool to be back. We love our new home.
Yeah.
We were unpacked in less than a month. We were like, get the boxes away. We want to just be done and settled because the baby's coming.
Yeah.
Crib is already set up. Everything's done.
You gotta be in order for the baby. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, you got to.
I mean,
Well,
not even if the baby weren't here. Like
you
when I
gotta
was just, yeah, it makes me
still
itch to have boxes around. So
exactly. That's what I was going to say. You gotta have
yeah,
some sense of order. Because me in boxes, to me, when I see a lot of clutter, that reminds me of things that are unstable in my mind. Do you know what I
right.
mean? So I gotta put it in order so that I can look and my mind can be at peace and be at rest.
We're
So
kin.
yeah.
Yep.
And but I want to talk to you about your journey from the last time you were here. It was Jenny, Perfect Little
Yeah.
Rose, to
Oh,
now, Dishonest Smile. Selena, I told you your music is so deep. And of course, later on in the show, we're going to talk about all of that inspiration. But can you share, before we go to break, share the journey from Jenny to now?
so Jenny, when I released Jenny, that was the start of me being in therapy
Got it.
regularly.
Yeah.
I've always been I've always been big on therapy, but I didn't do it regularly enough to be like, all right, I feel good about this situation that's coming up that I know is going to be a huge transition because I've unpacked or because I've prepared for it already and I have tools. And then after the situation or transition happens, then I have, a place to unpack it all those emotions and stuff that happen. So Jenny was me releasing toxic messages I was giving to myself based off of trauma from my past, my childhood, and all of that. And then saying, I'm just going to leave that behind me and I'm moving forward. With Dishonest Smile, I wrote it before I started therapy. So Jenny actually was written after I had, been experienced a little bit more healing. So with
Right.
Dishonest Smile, I was pregnant with my first kid. I had never been pregnant before. I had never experienced that many hormones. And I got a little scared because I'd never been in that mental state and felt so out of control. And
Yeah.
so I didn't know that I needed therapy back then, but
Oh,
it actually was backwards because you guys heard the transition as if I had written Jenny first and then Dishonest Smile after,
right.
but it was
But
in the
no.
opposite order.
Oh, okay.
So that's when before I had therapy, I was masking a lot.
Yeah.
And it's funny, we're in a pandemic and we have to wear masks. And the first line of the song is, I don't have a mask for this place.
That's right.
But there are other types of masks that we have to wear just to keep people from seeing the parts of us that we may not be proud of or we just may not want to share. We may not
Exactly.
feel that you're a safe place for us
Yeah.
to open up about it. So we put on a mask
Yeah.
and say everything's okay. I can handle all this and I can handle all that. And
Yeah.
if I have to finesse a little bit and use careful, tactful language to get out of this obligation, I
I
can do
will.
that, but I won't tell the real reason why I'm not going to be there. So before therapy and before I had tools where I could just say, this is my boundary. I can't do it.
Right.
And
Right.
here's why. And
Wow.
if we want this relationship to continue, we're gonna have to work on that before we can
Exactly.
move forward, kind of thing.
Sure.
I didn't have those tools back then. I thought I did because I read a self-help book, but when you have therapy and you can connect it to
Mhm.
actual occurrences in your past and
Yep.
say, oh, this is a pattern. This is,
Right.
it hits different. So Dishonest Smile was before I knew that I could let go of those things. I still felt like I had to hold on to all the hats I was wearing, make it all look glamorous, continue on with my life, be a good wife, daughter, and in the future be a good mother, sustain the pregnancy, which, Josh and I had infertility issues for years before the pregnancy came. So there
Wow.
was this pressure to, hey, I got to eat everything perfect.
Yeah.
This time around, I've been eating all the sugar.
Baby's been
I'm like, I know what to
demanding
do now.
sugar.
It's so bad, but the baby just wants
Oh,
ice cream sundaes with bananas on them, like at
oh,
least once, twice a week.
oh
And
my
I'm like,
God.
all right, I'm gonna eat it, but I eat vegetables and fruits and all that stuff too, and
Yeah.
savories. But I get my proteins and my health and the
Yeah.
vegetables.
But you give her what she wants.
But after that, she's like, okay, but I told you about that ice cream sundae a long time ago, and I need you. It's been 3 hours. But anyway, when I wrote the song, it was before I had sorted out my life and figured out what my limits actually were. So
Wow.
I literally had I'd suffered from exhaustion and wasn't realizing that I was exhausted and wasn't really acknowledging that I needed to do something about it because I thought I had to, because that's what was modeled for me.
Sure,
I thought
sure.
I had to just do it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I want us to take a quick break though,
okay.
so that we can, because there are so many more questions that I want to really ask you,
I'm excited for you to ask them.
and because I want to know, I want you to think about this at break. Who is Selena? Who is Selena? And I mean, I know
That's a really big question.
it is. I was going to say it's a huge question,
Okay.
but if you had to sum that up and encapsulate it, I am interested to hear what we're going to get from your point of view as who Selina Albright is. And you've gone through
Okay.
some different phases and you've gone through therapy, and your music is your therapy too as well.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of interested to see what you've discovered, about
Okay.
Selina
I
Albright.
see
But anyway,
what you did
yeah,
there because I have a song called Discovering. Is that what you were trying to do?
no,
Oh,
what
you're
is
good
it?
accidentally.
It was an accident. It just landed there, and it feels so good too because it's right on time. But yeah, let's take a quick break. We got some bills to pay. When we come back, we're going to continue with our conversation with Selina Albright. She's in the house, you guys. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. We'll be back in just a little bit. Don't go away.
If you want to spotlight your talent, boost your brand, email us your best MP3 at unsignedartistreveal@gmail.com to be considered as a featured artist on our platform. Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Unsigned Artist Reveal. Come on, join the community. The Platinum Agencies is taking the indie brand to the next level with customized strategies that includes interviews on Unsigned Artist Reveal worldwide and promotional campaigns on social media. Listen to what these artists have to say about us. Daryl Anders of Agape Soul says Sabrina Taylor has created a brilliant platform to showcase unsigned and independent artists. She's been a great resource for increasing awareness and helping me to build my brand. International guitarist Gary Purcell says Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide offers a platform for unsigned artists to showcase and put themselves in a position where people can have an opportunity to learn about the artist in an up-close and personal setting. Sabrina Taylor does a great job making you feel comfortable and can really present the artist well to the audience. And it does not hurt that she has a smooth voice. The Platinum Agencies, better known as TPA, brand ambassador for indie artists on social media. Connect with the Platinum Agencies at gmail.com.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. My guest tonight is the very special Selina Albright. I love her. She's a sister. She's a darling. She is an amazing vocalist. Don't know how many octaves. I think we talked about that once or twice. I like to compare her to Minnie Riperton, and there are so many similarities with her. And I don't know if um, did I put on the help me know. Did I put in the intro because I've been fluttering around here all day long?
That's okay.
Did I put in the intro Sierra? I don't think I put I think that was
No,
you said okay. I'm so
I
glad
love her though.
I use some of the things, some of the way that you do your vocal delivery. I
Mhm.
said, she's got a little Beyonce, she's got a little Sierra, and all of that. So you love Sierra. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
from the beginning, from 1 2 Step and
Uh-oh.
when she was on the car and she was
Yes.
dancing, I was like, get it, get it, get it, get it.
And she
Oh
does
man,
just that. Oh my God, she's an amazing performer.
between
Oh,
her and Tinashe and Beyonce, and like they all dance so well. I'm like,
so
yes.
well.
And now um Chloe then came, like from Chloe
Yes,
and Halle, she will
girl.
injure herself during
I love it.
she will injure herself during her video shoots for her music videos just to get the right dance and the right shot and the right arch in her back for all those maneuvers that she
Oh
does. And
my
I
God.
watched her on a show called Terrell. Have you Terrell Bryce?
No.
He always has a blue background, but he does this YouTube show that has had many seasons and he reached 1 million followers and he has different artists on. I would love to go one day. He
Yeah.
had Chloe on there and she gave all the tea about how she had to have a
Uh,
brace
what?
after certain videos and then she'd be breaking her back and everything
It, uh,
to
is
entertain.
is it
I'm
that?
like, go
Is it
on, get
that
it.
serious? Okay, yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know, maybe she didn't stretch. I think she may not have stretched.
I love it
And
so much.
she's got youth on her side. She'll be all right. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But
you asked me who is Selena
yeah,
before the
who is
break.
yeah, I love yeah. So what'd you come up with?
So I was thinking, like, do I give my elevator speech, like my little, 30-second thing? And I'm like, no, because who I am is ever changing
It is evolving. I agree.
and
I agree.
multifaceted. So it's hard
Yeah.
to really define who I am. But at the essence, just, I'm a light wanting to shine on other things and wanting to be seen as that.
Wow. Wow.
Always reaching for new ways to spread light,
Yes.
you
And
know.
the thing that I loved too really about you, and I think I mentioned that on the last interview, is your love for the collaborative effort. I mean, you just draw in on that and you do this so well. Um, where do you think that deep creative ability came from in you?
I mean, probably directly from my dad because every time he would collaborate, I got to watch. Because,
Oh,
see, I knew how to act when I was little. I was very quiet. I stayed in my little, section
yeah.
that my parents told me to stay in, and I could just absorb. And it was almost like I wasn't there. So I got
Mm,
to see the creative process happen organically
yeah.
without any interruption. And to get the gift to see people come into, our home studio or to be able to go to, a professional recording studio outside of the house, like the few times I've been able to do that, and then watch all of these celebrities come in and just be like, oh my God, that's Whitney Houston. Oh my God, that's Kirk Whalum. Oh my God. You know,
I love it.
and I'm like, Andre Crouch is in the same room as me, and I'm about to do his backgrounds. And my
Oh
God,
my God.
like I got to see all
Surreal.
of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was, I absorbed a lot because I was always watching and always quiet. And I'm an introvert and I was shy as a kid. I
Mm,
still am shy, but I know how to mask through that too. Speaking
sure.
of masks, because
Sure.
I have to for work, but in
Right.
any situation, unless I actually know you well,
Hmm.
I'm cool just observing from, a corner seat and taking in the story. And so I got a lot of my collaborative, influence or just knowing what collaboration does for what
Yeah.
you already bring. I got
Yep.
a lot of that from watching other people quietly,
Wow. Can
you know.
you, speaking of stories, you dropped the word stories. Do you or can you recall a collaborative effort uh, that you saw as a kid with your dad that stood out? Okay, I know you said, "Oh my God, that's Whitney. Oh my God, that's Andre Crouch. Oh my God." Was there one that just kind of sticks with you, that impacted you, that
Yes.
really left an influence? Share with
Yes.
share with us.
Okay. So Layla Hathaway,
Yeah.
and if you watch any of my interviews, people always ask, who do you want to collaborate with and whose voice do you love?
Yep.
Layla. She came to our house, and I remember just kind of, you know, doing my thing. And I just sat back and watched. And I listened to her go from a deep voice to a falsetto. And
Oh my God.
then my dad was collaborating with her on this song called I Surrender from, I
Okay.
believe, the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
And when I tell you, so there was one part that was too deep for her to sing, or she and my dad wanted to blend, right?
Okay.
So dad
Yeah.
had a couple extra notes below her range that he could hit for that last bottom harmony. And I remember her teaching him how to do the ad lib that she had done, because he's
Wow.
not really a singer. He can blend, simple background vocals really well. Like, he's got great tone and great blends with himself. And he and I have actually we blend really well together because we're father and daughter. And we did his, oh gosh, his cover of the Carpenters, Close to You. That's
Yeah.
me and him blending together. But anyway, with Layla, she had to teach him. There was this part, I surrender to your love. And then after that, she changes it and goes, I surrender to your love. So the trills were hard for my dad
Yes.
to trill.
Gotcha.
Render to. So she was like, no, just, let the note come out easily. Now she's Layla. She does this all day. My dad does not do render to your love.
Right.
Like, so his sounded real stiff. He was like, on the harmony side of things, he was like, I surrender to you get to, like, it was like too stiff
Right.
and a little
2
bit
notes instead of
nervous and shaky.
right.
And whereas hers was just effortless. I surrender to your love. Like, it was just real smooth. So watching them collaborate on how to change things
Wow.
or just his technique singing
Mhm.
was super cool to watch. And then I was in the background like, I can actually do that. I wish I had the notes because I would totally do it right now. And I'm like, I
Oh
don't
my
remember how old I
God.
was.
Oh,
And I was
I
like,
love it. Oh God.
and I was like humming it to myself. And I know my dad was probably ticked because
He was
because
supposed
when
to
I do it,
right.
he's like, dang, I know you could do it. You sing Whitney and Mariah all around the house, but just let me learn real quick.
Hello.
But yeah, that was a really fun thing to see because that was probably my first time being exposed to someone who was talking about vocal technique.
Yes.
And I hadn't had a vocal coach yet at that point.
Oh
So I
God.
was like, oh, there are different things you can do with your throat
Yep.
and with your diaphragm. And she's taught me so much since then, just listening to her. So
Speaking of coaches, see, this is so authentic.
coaches,
I just love you. So what do you think about Auntie Cheryl Porter?
Cheryl Porter.
Yeah, she's like
I'm not
this amazing vocal coach. I mean, she's all over social media. Um,
okay.
something happened on
Let me see her face. I'm gonna look her up right now
what
because for
what
some
was it?
reason
Who so there
I
is
haven't worked with her.
on Idol, there is Lionel
Oh, oh,
Richie.
oh! I know
Uh-huh.
who you're talking about.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
okay,
know.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's a baby thing. It's the hormone.
I know I would have known her because I watch her videos where she's coaching kids all the
Yes,
time
all
and
the
giving them
time.
different exercises to do. And I'm like, oh my God, I see why that exercise is important. That's really cool.
She's phenomenal. Oh,
Yeah. And she's engaging because some coaches will be like, here's the technique, and this
yep,
is what you need to do.
right.
Dry eyes. Wow. Like, that's the tone. And then they start singing and it sounds great, but the instruction is just really
Yeah,
eh,
yeah.
lackluster, I guess. But her enthusiasm, she's like, yes, yes.
She makes
I
it
would like to
fun.
work with her. I would
Yeah.
work with her
Oh God.
any day and learn and just absorb from her.
See,
But I haven't gotten a chance to work with vocal coaches like a lot of other talents maybe have. I haven't had access to that or give myself access to that, but I've happened to kind of rub shoulders and elbows with some who will just drop some knowledge real quick
Yeah.
and be like, here's how you can do that. And just caught on to some other things. And I listen to how a person's mouth is moving
Yeah.
while they're releasing a note. And sometimes I can catch on to what my body's supposed to do
Oh
with
my.
that. Yeah, like I can tell where a person's tongue is and how they're positioning it in their mouth because of how it sounds when I do it. And I've made weird sounds by myself to amuse myself, just entertain myself and my friends long enough where like I'm like, oh, she put the back of her tongue up to do that. A
Yep.
great person to study is Rochelle Farrell.
Ah,
She moves her whole mouth, cheek,
everything.
jaw, tongue, everything moves.
I mean,
That's
it's
why she makes all
yeah,
those faces.
anime.
But the sound that comes out, I'm just like, oh my God, that's so great.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I would have never, I would have never known that you hadn't sat under a vocal coach, you know, with some of the ways that you if some of the things that you share and um, how you're so exact and on point about certain things. So then, where are you getting, other than your dad, are you
Right.
getting this knowledge from? In is it
I just
collab?
listen.
Wow,
I just
amazing.
listen. And I actually transcribe a lot of vocalists,
Okay,
especially scats, especially from like Ella Fitzgerald. And I'll model after Dinah Washington too. And I'll just listen to what they're doing and try to figure out how to push that out with my body. Because my whole body, when you're a vocalist, your whole body is your instrument. So you
right.
can do different things. You can stand a certain way and it'll sound different. And that's what I love about this art form is that like I can't reach into my vocal cords and make them do things or fix them. So it's about like caring for my body so that it can do the most things, the most techniques at any given time. And then knowing what my body is supposed to do, like knowing how to manipulate all my muscles
Yeah.
in different ways so that it can make those different sounds.
Wow.
And so when I'm working with other people, I'm watching their stomach, I'm watching their chest, their
Yes.
shoulders.
Yep.
I just worked with Patty Austin a couple weeks ago.
She's
We did this
phenomenal.
show together. Oh my God. And she talked to my belly. I was like,
I love it. Oh
the
my.
baby girl. And I was listening to the choices that she was making with her ad libs and just how she stood when she did certain things. And
Sure.
even just how she tells a story, because there's the technique
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the story you tell with your voice.
Sure.
Because it's almost as if she's just having a conversation with you as opposed to her performing a song. So
Yeah.
there's so many different aspects that I get from different artists working with them that help to build, you know, my repertoire, what I can do. And so I do, get tips here and there about how to do better, how to use mic control and all of that good stuff. But
S-
typically I'm just absorbing.
So tell me then this, what is it out of all that we've discussed? So I was going somewhere, and I am going
Mhm.
somewhere. You shared who Selena is. Um, we happened to talk about vocal coaches and how you watch, how you listen, how you absorb. Then would it be safe to say those are a lot of things that sets Selena Albright apart from we have these titles and eh, because when you go and look for music, you go to jazz, you go to R&B, you go to
Mhm.
soul, whatever it is that we're calling ourselves, sometimes that category is just not there, and it kind of makes you shift into a category that you sort of are, but you're not.
Mhm.
And I think I asked you this the last time. You know, what where do you see yourself in that scheme of things with genres? And then that being asked, what sets you apart then among all these other soul jazz or R&B, soul R&B artists? What sets Selena Albright?
I consider myself an R&B soul artist because
Gotcha.
that's how it comes out. So we're
Yes.
all unique in that we bring a specific voice,
Yep.
but then we also bring our experience, our just, and then when you add songwriting to that, it's a whole
Mm,
different thing. So
yes, it
we all bring something different, which is why we can have so many artists out right now and they all sound different, hopefully. And
yes.
so, yeah, I feel that because I'm a product of my experiences, of the things I've been exposed to, the rigorous practice that I do on a regular basis,
Yes.
and even practicing my craft through, storytelling with my kid or singing songs with my kid, or um, yeah, I just find ways to practice in different areas of my life. My approach is going to be different from another person who's like, nope, I want to work with a coach and do this one thing. And I want to, like, for me, I'm just more like, I get bored with one thing. So let me see, how this one instrument sounds in this situation. And then let me try to copy it with my voice, or let me, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I
So
do.
I'm an R&B soul artist who's influenced by many things, and you'll hear them in pretty much every song. So this last song I released, Dishonest Smile, you hear gospel all through that.
Oh my God, I was going to say that. Oh my God, yes. And we're going to talk about it.
It's
We're
all in
right at
there.
break, and the timing is just absolutely perfect. I really want you to share a little bit more, because you did talk about it at the top when I was asking you from the Jenny to the now. What have you been doing? Where are you? And you kind of shared um, the pathway towards um, Dishonest Smile, not knowing that Dishonest Smile came before Jenny. I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea. No idea. So when we come
Yeah.
back, I want you to go from there forward and talk about how the composition, um, how you were pulling. It's like you were pulling from some gospel roots. I heard that. I played that song 6 times. I'm serious. 6 times
Thank you.
today. Just today.
Thank you.
Just today.
Okay.
And of course that's because I was putting the video together too. But
Oh, you did a video for it.
oh
Oh my God, I love your
yeah.
video. I thought you said you didn't do the video or whatever. I
Yeah,
thought,
I
okay.
got it. I got a slide. Well,
I'm
I've
so
got some
ready.
slides to go. How can
I
I be?
always love your videos.
Well,
Oh my
I
gosh, it's great.
really hope that you love the choices that I put together for Dishonest Smile. But you are such a
Please do.
storyteller, Selena. Uh, and I
Thank
love it.
you.
And you're welcome.
I love
You're
telling the
so,
story.
and you do
I'm glad that I
eloquently.
tell it in an enjoyable way.
Yeah. Yeah, and then your voice just wraps itself around it and just puts the period at the end, and I love
Mm,
that. Uh-huh.
period at the end then. I
Mhm.
like that. That's a cool way to put it. Thank
It
you.
is, it
That's
is.
awesome.
Well, look, everybody, we're going to take the last break of the night and definitely come back with Selina Albright. We've got more questions, but we've got the coveted music premiere. We want to hear Dishonest Smiles, and you do too. So
Yes.
stay tuned. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hey everyone, Sabrina Taylor here. Join me on Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Learn about the artistry of our guests through up-close and personal conversation and music premiere. Don't miss a segment. Come on, join the community. Platinum Agencies is taking the indie brand to the next level with customized strategies that includes interviews on Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide and promotional campaigns on social media. Listen to what these artists have to say about us. Daryl Anders of Agape Soul says Sabrina Taylor has created a brilliant platform to showcase unsigned and independent artists. She's been a great resource for increasing awareness and helping me to build my brand.
International guitarist Gary Purcell says Unsigned Artists Reveal Worldwide offers a platform for unsigned artists to showcase and put themselves in a position where people can have an opportunity to learn about the artist in an up-close and personal setting. Sabrina Taylor does a great job making you feel comfortable and can really present the artist well to the audience. And it does not hurt that she has a smooth voice. The Platinum Agencies, better known as TPA, brand ambassador for indie artists on social media. Connect with the Platinum Agencies at gmail.com. If you want to spotlight your talent, boost your brand, email us your best MP3 at unsignedartistreveal@gmail.com to be considered as a featured artist on our platform. Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Unsigned Artist Reveal. Come on, join the community. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I am Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. I have one of my favorite artists on the show tonight, that raving beauty right there. She is here and she's sitting with us and she's sharing, and I am just loving just the off-the-cuff conversation. Some of this stuff is written, most of it I'm just asking questions, Selena, because we don't get an opportunity. As much as I love her, we don't get an opportunity to like talk.
Yeah.
Maybe once a year we have this, and I have her all to myself,
Right.
and then we just chit chat and whatever. But I know we're gonna do better.
We're gonna do better.
Yeah.
It's just, we still in the middle of all this.
Exactly.
It's just a lot.
It's a lot.
For everybody for different reasons. Yeah.
Oh my God, I know. I want to talk about dishonest smiles.
Yeah.
You were sharing at the top of the hour about how it came before Jenny, Perfect Little Rose. And so this came out during therapy, or as you were going through therapy, or after?
Jenny did.
Yeah.
Jenny came after therapy because I was able to say to whatever negative people and messages and whatever, like I was able to soundly say, you know what, I'm going to pray for you. And when you're ready, I'll be here for you. And that was the way I ended the song.
Of course.
When you're ready, I'll be here for you. Until then, I'll send peace to you. There's
That's
only
it.
so much you can drag me through. I'll pray for you. So long, Jenny. And I was so happy to let go of that stuff. So after some therapy, I let go of some things and I was able to really live and see the future in a different way that didn't seem so scary for me. But with Dishonest Smile, I was like, I haven't even become a mother yet. The baby's not even out. I'm not even in third trimester. And these hormones and all this responsibility and this exhaustion, because I had just come off of the Albright family Christmas tour. And I didn't realize that being on tour for a good month was doing so much to my body that I was not really taking care of. So I basically was getting more and more exhausted and not doing anything about it. I didn't know about mindfulness meditations back then. I didn't know that, I really do need to take that warm bath and just soak in some salts for a minute. And that'll just, release some stuff in my muscles. And I probably wasn't drinking as much water as I should have, or, I'm forgetting stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
There was a lot going on that I just I was letting it all pile up. And I was up to here. I was at my wit's end. I was done. And on the day after tour ended, and it was December 23rd, 2019, before the pandemic even hit, I was already done.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was the day before all the Christmas festivities were about to come up. And I had to see people, and I was not in any state to see anybody.
Wow.
I wanted to I was at my in-laws' house who, I love my in-laws. They weren't the reason I got tired. I was just doing too much. So I just want to put
Sure.
that out there.
Sure.
And I was upstairs in my mother-in-law's bedroom, and I just would not come downstairs all day. I was like, no, there's no way. I don't have anything to give to a conversation. So my
Wow.
husband was there, of course, and he always knows the right thing to do and say. He always knows it has to do with water or food first. So he just started delivering the food. Here are
Oh,
all the things to eat, to make sure that I'm, at least able to, sustain energy and
yep.
comprehend things. Because if I get hungry and my blood sugar is low, this has been true since I was a kid. There's nothing makes sense. My logic is not there. So I need
Got
to
it.
make sure I eat.
Yeah.
And I'm typically pretty grouchy if I haven't had food within like 4 or 5 hours
Oh,
max.
wow.
I like to snack through the day. I'm a grazer. So if I'm already eating light all through the day. So if I haven't eaten the next meal, I'm done. So he
Yeah.
brought up water, he brought up food, and he just let the family know, look, Selena's not coming downstairs today. She just finished tour. She needs that day off. She's exhausted. Please don't take offense. He did all the stuff because I told him I can't do it, babe. I'm like, my face is
Oh,
puffy,
yeah.
So that was, and actually, when I wrote the song, I was on the bathroom floor. Each room has its own bathroom
Sure.
connected to it. It's a suite. So I'm on the bathroom floor and hardly wearing any clothes because I'm hot. I'm tired.
Wow.
And I went to the bathroom. Josh is still asleep. It's the middle of the night. It's like 3:30. All I have
Yeah.
is my cell phone, and I'm trying to use social media to make myself laugh and kind of snap myself out of it. And the normal things are not working. So I just started pouring out lyrics, and that's where the Sun is Smile came from. And I don't know how long it took me to write the song, but I remember it was pretty quick.
Wow.
It was pretty quick, and I started from beginning and went all the way to the ends, minus the bridge. The bridge came later,
Got it. Wow.
but I heard the melody, I heard the entire song, and then after the fact, when I was ready to actually be that vulnerable, which
Mhm.
is just recently, now that I've had even more therapy since Jenny, I collaborated with an amazing artist and producer. I collaborated with him on the track, and I said, "This is what I want it to sound like, but I want you to do you too,
Yeah.
because I'm going to sing differently if you do you." So his name is James J. Rob Roberson, and
Oh.
he's the one who produced "Eat Something,"
Oh,
"Talk to Her," my
okay.
cover of "If I Were a Boy" by
Yes.
Beyonce. We did
Love
that
that
together.
song. I love
Every
that.
time I work with him, it's just like, yes,
Amazing.
okay,
Yeah.
he nails it. Like, there has only been one time where he has not nailed it. And I'm like, we need to go in a different direction on this song. I've only had to do that with him one time because
That's
I've been
great.
blessed to be surrounded with
Yeah.
geniuses. And typically, if he doesn't understand it, I didn't communicate well. And I'm
Correct.
like, you know
Correct.
what?
Yep.
Let's start over. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Let me
Yeah.
explain to you what I really meant.
Yeah.
But there's so much gospel oozing out of it because
Yes.
it really was an experience of release and just not having anybody but God to really clarify things for me, because I didn't have the therapist I have now, who's really awesome
Yeah.
and who's able to just say, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Say that again. Okay, this is what the issue is, probably. Let me ask a couple more questions."
Got it.
She gets right to the point. I didn't have that kind of support back then. So
Got
I'm
it.
just like, God, please, or Josh, please. That's my husband's name. Josh,
Sure.
please. Like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to ask for,
Yeah.
but I just need to feel better so we can go see these people tomorrow and be with our families. And I'm not going to like embarrass myself for you because I don't have the mask today. And
Yeah.
I'd been wearing the mask way too long without just having authentic moments.
Wow.
And I thought
Wow.
that's what I was supposed to do.
And
So I've learned
wow.
since.
Your again,
Yeah.
your music, it's so heavy that all you can say is, "Phew, Selena, wow." Because
I promise.
you're saying things people want to say, but they're afraid to say because of what other people may think, right?
Right. And I'm hoping that continues to be a good thing, because I have helped other
Yes.
people by, like this is my ministry,
It
really,
is.
is songwriting.
Yep.
Without it being gospel, this is my ministry, and this is just I feel my mission is just to bring light to and awareness to certain topics that people are afraid to talk about because they're taboo. Until recently, recently we've seen a lot of people going to therapy or seeking it out, and it's been advertised. It used to be that you had to be an alcoholic, you know, or
Yep.
a heavy drug user
Something
in order to
deep.
get therapy.
Yeah. No.
I
No.
feel like we only considered certain things deep.
Yep.
You had to be like at rock bottom for it to be deep, but really, like there are ongoing things that you're affected by in your life that really need to be nipped in the bud because everything else in your life is affected by these little things. And I
Yep.
don't think we consider those little things deep, but they are. Like if you
Yep.
have a habit of not being able to say no, you're going to live an exhausted life. Your body's going to find its rest by making you sick, and you're not going
Yes.
to really be living. If you're not authentic about who you are, then you got to keep up lies. And that has its own ramifications health wise and mentally. How are you supposed to do anything if you're not being honest with yourself and not being honest with the people closest
Absolutely.
to you? Those are deep things too. And I think we don't give them enough credit. We really don't. And then people don't end up getting help for them. And then you get the way the world is now,
Wow. Yeah.
you
And
know?
I totally agree. I totally agree. You're giving us, I believe, what we need in this moment. And nothing happens just by chance. I think it's
Mhm.
all divinely ordered and orchestrated. Uh, and I say it this way, if one person won't do it, God will find somebody who will. Because there's a
Mm.
lot of pride in being transparent, right? What if they think I'm crazy? Well, what if I am? That's why I'm going, I'm just saying,
I'll be the first to admit I have crazy moments.
I do too. Do you know what
I
I
have
mean?
fewer of them now, of course, because I've, sorted through some stuff, but girl,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
all have them.
Yeah. And I know that I have my times, I have my moments, and there has to be a place, there has to be an outlet. And I rarely talk to people about what's going on with me because if you notice, I'm so busy asking the questions.
Hmm.
There's nobody asking me the questions, right?
I would love to flip that.
I would too.
Can we do that?
Sure, we
We'll
can.
talk about it. We have each other's numbers, so
Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
yeah, we will. And
Mhm.
that's been done once. That was Castella and Lori Williams. I was a
Ah,
special guest on my own show, and they were co-hosting. They did a phenomenal job. It was
I
so
need to find that. I had no idea that you had already done that. I was trying to come up with something new. Let me see what you said back then, because
yes.
now it would be different, right?
Yeah, but to have a different twist on it, because I know, Selena, you're going to have a whole different twist on it. That would be phenomenal to see. So
I
yeah.
love how you said it. Yeah, Selena, yours is going to be
Oh,
definitely a
I
different
didn't
twist.
mean it in it. Oh my God. I didn't
No,
mean
I
it.
didn't think. No, I didn't think about it in a bad way, but it's
Yeah.
true. I'd probably ask some questions that that
Yeah.
you wouldn't. I don't think anybody else would think to ask, but
Exactly. That's
yeah,
exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So I welcome that, and we definitely can talk about it. I know you got
definitely.
a baby that's about to come,
Yeah,
but I would love to do it soon. When you have, I don't
yeah.
know. We'll talk about it. But tonight
We
it's
have a couple
everything.
months left.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we can
You know,
decide when you want to do it, before or after the baby. I'm open.
we'll talk.
All next month is
Mhm.
dedicated. Doggone it, I didn't play that. Well, why don't I do this?
What?
I don't know. I was so in a hurry to get back to the show. Next month
Okay.
is dedicated to praise and worship. I'm honoring God with
Oh,
every Monday. Every artist will be a praise and or worshiper. Yes,
I love that.
all things praise and worship. And so we can do it soon. We can do it
Okay.
after that. We can do it after that. And I had a promo set aside to share with everybody. I didn't share that promo.
You
So we're
could
getting
tack it
ready.
at the end. real quick and be like,
Mm-hmm.
things that are coming soon.
Yeah. So I'll play it since I just kind of did my own little plug there. I'll go ahead and play it, and then we'll go right into Dishonest Smile.
Beautiful.
You guys, hearting, likes, emojis, whatever. I mean, I want you guys to express yourself. It's a wonderful, wonderful song. I cried a couple times. I'm always crying around Selena. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Maybe it's just like the mutual release we get from talking to each other. Because every time I talk to you, you ask me a question that makes me think about myself and kind of how I fit and interact with the world. So the question, what is Selena, was different this time than any other time that I've been asked it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Because there's so many ways to sum myself up, and I think, it really is all just trying to be the brightest light possible.
Absolutely.
Help as many people as possible. But thank you for that.
You're so
But yes,
welcome.
please do the promo.
Yeah, we're going to do the promo. And we're going to lead it right into Dishonest Smile by my sister, my friend, this woman right here. I love your lush vocals. I love them.
Oh.
I love them. What was the one that I raved over? Was it Discovering?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
The intro.
You kept talking about the intro. Immaculate, girl. You can do the doggone thing. Yes, indeed. Right here. And I think Atina, I don't know if you've ever heard of her. She's an amazing artist. Atina. It's
Atina.
*Atina.
The H, I can look her up.
The H is silent. I think she said she wanted to work. Here it is right here. Atina Gilliard said, I would love to collab with you, Selena.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my gosh, she has an amazing voice.
I'm gonna follow that. Oh, I didn't know I wasn't following. Okay, I didn't know she was following me. All right, okay, we're following each other now.
Then we're going to connect. My video just went out behind me, but that's okay. It gives me an opportunity to go and put the thing right back up. But we are going to now take a listen to the promo, which will segue right into Dishonest Smile by my friend and sister, Selina Albright. You guys enjoy. We'll be back in just a little bit. Don't go away.
Hey Facebook fam, Sabrina Taylor here of Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide. For the month of May, we want to honor God with praise and worship. If you are a contemporary, inspirational gospel indie music artist with new or recent radio-ready contemporary gospel music, then we want to spotlight your journey and, of course, highlight your music on the coveted music premiere segment of Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide every Monday in May at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Listen, I have already begun to send out invitations to artists that I feel are impacting the world with their anointing. Let's hear from you. Send all music considerations to unsignedartistryville@gmail.com. That's unsignedartistryville@gmail.com. And let's honor the Lord with praise and worship for the month of May on Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide.
This isn't a time when I can just fix my face. To hold back the tears is too great a fight. So heaven forbid you just might lose sleep too tonight. I can't be the good wife and the good mom, the good daughter, the good friend, I can't be the organizer and the empathizer, heal myself and you, and then I tried to be convenient for you, but I failed to win that fight. So if you could just hold me tonight, if you could hold me tonight. I don't know just what I'm supposed to ask for. Does the joy really come in the morning? I'd almost rather cry on this cold floor and watch you snore. I still have to break tomorrow morning with a dishonest smile, with a dishonest smile. I admit that I'm in rare form. I'm having to mourn the fact that I'm losing my old norms. No longer care what I look like. So heaven forbid you'll see this perfect face tonight. I don't know just what I'm supposed to ask for. I don't know what I'm supposed to ask for. Does the joy really come in the morning? I hope it really comes in the morning. And let you know, 'cause I still have to pray tomorrow morning with a dishonest smile, with a dishonest smile. Yeah, I'm nothing more than a beautiful mess sometimes. It's like I've been shot back to the age of 5. My body is aching, but I don't need your pity. I just need love, love, love. 'Cause I don't know exactly what I'm asking for. I just need joy to come this morning, yeah. 'Cause I can't stay down on this cold floor anymore. 'Cause life goes on in the morning. I don't know just what I'm supposed to ask for. Ain't nothing changed. You know how it is every year. Same people, different situations. But I need a break sometimes. 'Cause I still have to help me, give me rest. 'Cause this is a dishonest smile, with a dishonest smile. Ooh. Come hold me. You said that you'd be here in any weather. Ooh, should I wake you up? Come help me. Smile. I can't get up. I can't get myself up. I need to smile. Please tell me what to do. Just help me. Help me feel less emotion.
Oh my.
The video was awesome. I had to look away a couple times because we had the couples on there hugged up, and it took me back to that place where I was. And then I heard the music, and I'm just like, okay, all right. Ooh, my face is all shiny. Like,
Oh my God. It was so beautiful.
Thank you.
I wanted you to see some of the comments. Wow, nice. Atina, thank you for coming on. And I didn't do my regular. Every time, Selena, it's your fault. I didn't acknowledge the people. We didn't say hey. We just went right into it. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I've been doing it in the Facebook chat. I've been like,
I
hey, how are you
didn't.
guys enjoying the video or the
I gotta
interview and stuff?
I gotta
It's
blame
okay.
somebody. I gotta
We
no,
always
I'm
get
just
wrapped in though.
I'm
We
just
always
kidding.
get wrapped in, then we miss
Yeah, we do.
something. And
We
then
do.
next year, you know,
Yeah,
probably when I have a
absolutely.
happier release. I actually do have another release that I collaborated internationally. We have people on this from Holland, Italy, myself from the US, and from New Zealand. So this one actually just released April 20th and it's called We're Here for the Party. And it's a lot lighter. This is like
Ah,
post therapy release. I'm able to actually have fun again in new ways that I wasn't fun before, and
ah,
just kind of like focus on reconnecting with people now that I feel so much better, and it being a cool new experience because we didn't came up since the
yep,
last time we saw each other. So
exactly. Oh my
that song is on all major platforms too. It's the Pact, PACT,
yep.
and Selina Albright featuring Johnny Bencini.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
I saw that. I saw that
yes,
post.
and it
Yeah.
has a music video
Oh,
as well. That's super fun. That just released onto YouTube, so check that out as
God.
well.
Oh my gosh, you're getting all these hand claps, and you got to go in
Oh,
there. And, people are saying it's such a beautiful song. Tina said it's so much emotion, and it is. Rose Lady, I put
thank
this up, but
you.
she said it's pure courage and self healing, Selena. And that is the truth. That is absolutely the truth. I always love your music because even though it evokes emotion, the healing comes. You have to admit to something, you know,
Yes,
to some degree. I don't like confessing anything negative over my life because I'm a faith believer that what I
right,
say, that's what I'm going to see. Because when God spoke, he saw something he wanted to see, or he saw something he didn't want to see. He wanted to change it. So he said what he wanted to see. So rather than saying a lot of what really is factual, and I'm not saying it's not factual, we know it's a fact because it's happening, then let's flip it and
right,
say, okay, this is what's happening, but this is what's going to happen. I
right,
am healed. I am
right.
strong. I am courageous. And I have been doing this, and I shared this with a couple of friends of mine, every hour on the hour. And I'm going to do this whether anybody cares or not, because it's my, like Tabitha say, it's my show, says it's my show. And
Okay, and that's my business.
that's my business. Okay. But every hour on the hour, um, and I actually did this before we came on the air. Um, I want to
Okay,
find it so I can say exactly. Here it is. Every hour on the hour, here's what I remind myself to say: that I increase in wisdom, stature, and favor with God and with man. That open doors are mine. And he always, according to the word of God, he says he always causes us to triumph. And I say that every hour on the hour until I go to bed. And you
that's
really want to
beautiful.
know who inspired me to do that?
Who?
Kevin Whalen.
Oh, I love him. Every
Don't
time I'm in his presence, I learn something that I can take with me for a lifetime.
Kevin
And that's what I love
Whalen.
about him. He takes that moment with you, won't he? And he'll just be like, you know what? This is what God's given to me for you. And he won't even mention God. He'll just be like, this is what it is. And you just know it's God.
Exactly. And that is how I was scrolling, and he says, I'm going to speak this all day until I go to bed at night. Well, I just tailored it to me, and I made an alarm every hour on the hour until I go to sleep. That is what I confess over my life. And I'm going to do this until I'm released, that it's done.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I've already seen breakthrough and changes in my life because I've confessed the word of God.
Yep.
All of that is the word, all of it. And
Yeah.
so,
And you
um,
can see it in how much, Unsigned Artist Reveal has grown over the years. We reached 300
oh,
people, you said. 300. That's a
300.
lot of interviews.
That is a lot. I
Because
don't take
you do it
seasonal
once a week,
breaks.
right? Yeah,
Huh?
you don't
I,
you do it once a week, right? Mondays.
every Monday.
You do
Maybe
the
like
division on that. That's a long time and a lot of commitment and consistency.
I don't do the seasonal thing. I mean, there's a lot of, season 2, episode 3 kind of thing. I see that a lot on podcasts.
Mhm.
I am here every Monday. When other people are gone, I'm here. Except if it's like Memorial Day falls on a Monday, I will
Mhm.
not be here. If
Got you.
4th of July falls on a Monday, I don't. But the seasonal thing, I'm about supporting the indie artists. I am committed to this until the Lord shifts me into another direction.
Well, we appreciate us. I'm just speaking on behalf of myself and other independent artists. We need you and we appreciate everything that you're doing with your platform,
Thank you.
Especially what you're doing to expand it.
Yeah.
So please keep doing what you're doing. It's necessary.
Mm,
Seriously.
Well,
Oh,
I kind of been
okay.
thinking about some things, but like I said, I have some things to share. So
Okay. We're
I'll
gonna talk.
I'll share them.
You were about to say it on air live.
Woohoo!
I was like, wait a minute.
She said she's gonna wait.
No.
And I am. I'm just gonna wait. I'll wait. But
Aw.
Dishonest Smile, we love it. It's gone to radio. It was
Yes.
recently released. How long has it been out now?
About a month.
About a month.
It's been about a month. It's already on the
Climbing.
charts, which is
Yep.
great. I'm excited. It's staying steady. I want
I
to
love
see it
it.
rise. So
It's gonna
everybody,
go.
stream it,
Yep.
request it.
Please
It's
do.
we keep getting, more radio stations adding it on, saying, "Oh, okay, cool." There was one radio station that played it 15 times in one day. And I was like, "Okay, that's almost every hour. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
They
I
love
will
you,
take that."
Selena. They love you. They love
I feel it. I really do feel it.
you.
This is the
Well,
one single that finally made it on an editorial playlist. It's for the first time I was on an editorial playlist. I looked at the number of streams and I was like, "What's happening?" So
they love
I'm
you.
really proud of this one. I'm really, really excited about it. Please stream it, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, all of that. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And this really, I even recorded it intentionally around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when I knew my body and my voice were going to be at their most tired, so that it could be more authentic. I really wanted this to be special for all y'all,
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And I
Well,
wanted to heal people.
yeah, and we are healed every time we hear your music. Absolutely, we are.
Thank you.
We just appreciate you
Oh
so
my
much,
gosh.
Selena. Listen, everybody, I put up where Selena can be, how you can connect with Selena. Her website, it is right there at selinaalbright.com. Facebook, Selina Albright Music, and all things Selina
Yes.
Albright. Instagram, Twitter. We want you guys to connect. Follow her. She's about to have that baby, so she's not touring right now, but you can
Nope.
still get her music. Get her music. Get her music. So I didn't
Yes.
ask this, but so the singles that you're releasing, they're gonna go on a CD, though, right?
That's not the plan right now.
Got it.
I think eventually I'll do that.
Okay.
But I feel like people aren't buying CDs anymore. They're all going digital and they're streaming and downloading. So I
Yep.
don't really see the value in doing it that way. And I have inquired about it. I've inquired about even doing something vintage like vinyl, but we're still figuring that out, me and the team.
Okay.
So, we're trying to figure out how it pieces together, and God hasn't spoken yet. So at this point,
Just
it's going to be
single.
what it is until
Just
it
a
ain't.
Yep.
And I'm fine with that
Wow.
because there's so many other releases that are coming out. My whole maternity leave, I have singles already prepared for y'all with the collaboration with the Pact and Gianni Mancini. And then I have songs that I'll be recording over the next couple months that'll
Oh,
be released in the upcoming years too. So I'm always doing something. But whatever is relevant to release at the time, once it's, ripe,
yeah.
that's the only way I can really put it. 'Cause, I don't want to put out anything green. I want it to have that deep color to it and make sure it's perfect before I give it to you and make sure the timing is right. And I always
Absolutely.
depend on my instincts for that. more music is coming. And if I do end up doing a full CD, like a whole,
Yeah.
10 songs or more, you'll be one of the first to know. I promise.
Thank
I'll be like,
you.
we're finally doing it.
I
You
want to
know,
see you do sort of like a mix between standard and smooth jazz.
people are saying that.
I'm telling you, I feel you in that. Your voice is so there. I mean, that's just me. That's just that's just me wanting more of Selena in a quiet mode, because your voice is just that. It's reflective, it's healing, it's soothing, and I can just hear some Sarah Vaughan or some Ella Fitzgerald, and then some of your own creativity in there. Just my ears, just me.
Okay. Well, you know what? For everybody who's tuning in, if you really want to hear that, put it in the comments so I know that
Oh,
somebody is going to buy it and support it.
of course,
You
I
know what I'm
understand.
saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
I
I
do.
really want to know what you guys want to hear. But, for the most part, I want to be authentic to kind of where I am and what naturally comes out of me, too. So there's always a balance.
Yeah,
But, it is a business, too.
it is.
And it is, my music is supposed to be a gift to y'all as well. So as much as I'm introducing you to who I am and what my experience is, if y'all want to hear it as, jazz or as like a standard or I don't know, a big band or whatever,
Yeah.
just put what you want to hear because I'm actually open to doing yes. Put it right there in the comments because I'm open to doing some stuff. I've gotten a lot of requests, just like one-offs that are all very different. But if
Yeah.
I get enough comments about one thing, like
Okay.
yes, we want to hear this, then I'd like that. I'm fine with straying away from what I normally do and doing other things. I do that anyway on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the holding on single was a pop song. It wasn't even. It
right.
had R&B influences, but
It
I
did.
released it as pop.
Correct.
So
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah, and it
wow,
was
the sun went
amazing.
down. It got all dark.
It did. It did, but we can
Can you
still
guys
see
still
you
see me? Okay.
shining through. Shining
I just
through.
have
Your
my backlight.
spotlight on you.
Yes.
Well, Selena, again, thank you so much. It has just been so much fun. It's just gone too fast, as it always does. But we here at Unsigned Artist Reveal will support you until you cut the light out, I think.
Thank you.
I mean,
I'm not
really.
going to do that right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
going to do it symbolically, but no, no, no. No, I hope the light never cuts out,
Exactly.
you
And that's
know?
what I mean. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Let's
here.
just keep it going. I
Yep.
appreciate the support so much. You have no idea.
Wow.
Well, you do, because I've told you, like, pretty much every interview, thank you for having me on your platform, because I know, like, you could have anybody on here, and
Yeah.
you chose to have me, and I appreciate that. And
Oh,
I'm not going to cry on a Monday.
please, because you just have me crying too, and nobody wants to see me cry
Oh,
anymore. Atina,
don't nobody want to
who
see the
was
puffy face tonight?
it? No, Terry Remsen came on,
Mhm.
and she just had me bawling. I have never bawled so hard. And I said, God, I will try to never do that again, because I had the ugly face. And so, but she just ministered to me, and she sang to me, Selena.
Oh, yeah. So you had
Terry,
to.
she sang. She sang. She ministered right up in here. And I could
Hmm.
feel it, and I needed it because I was going through so much. Still have some things that I'm dealing with, but she hit the nail right on the head, and it just blessed me, and I just kind of let it out right here. So
You probably didn't even look ugly when you were crying. You just probably look real. You know,
exactly.
my whole face puffs up like a blowfish when I cry. So I
Not a
try not to do it publicly.
blowfish.
Eyes just like I'm having an allergic reaction. And then if I
Oh,
don't wash my face that night, I
yeah.
wake up the next morning and it's still puffy. So you don't want to see me do it. I
Oh,
try not to, but I'm sure you looked wonderful and I'm
thank
sure it
you.
was a great moment. Can
Oh,
you send me the link to that one or
oh,
put it somewhere in the
sure,
comments?
sure.
Because
I'll
I
do
want
that.
to hear what you say.
Honey, she was singing. She was singing. She went to church on me. How
Oh,
you
Yeah, that's why I want to hear it. I love moments like that
She
where
went to
it's
church on me,
unplanned.
and she put my name in there when she was singing. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so
That
Terry,
reminds me of when Kim
did
Burrell was singing to Whitney Houston.
oh my God, that's what it felt
Yes.
like. I remember that,
Yeah, changed all the lyrics.
honey, and put my
Hmm.
name in there, and I was so through. I was whimpering like a puppy. And
Yeah,
yeah, I needed that
I bet.
healing moment, and she gave it to me. So I appreciate you, Terry, so much. If you're looking at this, or we'll see it in the rebroadcast. Well, everybody else,
Oh,
thank you so much for coming. It is always a joy. I appreciate you guys coming. It has just been a blessing. I didn't get you guys at the top of the hour and say hello to you, but Selena did share her hellos, and I appreciate her for acknowledging you when I did it. But you guys, it's always a privilege to have you guys come spend an hour. It's been an hour and a half, Selena. We
I
can never
know.
do this under an hour.
I
So I got to
know.
edit this for
We do
radio
this every time.
every
Okay,
time.
okay.
But it's okay
That's
because I can
fine.
do that.
It's fine. Okay.
It's okay.
Take out
I
the
can do
promo and leave the interview. I'm just kidding. No, I know you got to make your money, so I'm just messing with you.
No, we're good.
But
It's
yeah,
all
thank you
good.
guys. Thank you so much. I mean, from the bottom of my heart and in my spirit, I appreciate y'all so much for having me again.
And it's a
I got
pleasure.
hungry while I was talking this last 30 minutes, so I have to go.
Good
I
to
know
her.
we're closing off anyway, but
Yeah,
she's been kicking and talking to me like, hello,
she's got to eat.
where's that ice cream sundae
The
you were
baby
talking
wants
about?
sweets. Exactly. Exactly. Well, again, you guys, thank you so much. And you know how I end this. What you make happen for others, God will also make it happen for you. You guys, take care.
Mm.
Love you, and have a great week.